Hey you guys, today I was going to kick off my new boss breakdown series, but with the new Remind trailer dropping earlier this week, I decided to put that on hold so that I could talk about the new Dark and Light forms that have been revealed. It's not yet confirmed that the Oathkeeper form change is called Light form, but the form change associated with Oblivion is called Dark form, so I think it's pretty safe to assume that the form change of Oathkeeper is called Light form. The first thing I want to talk about is how we're going to get these Keyblades and associated form changes. Well, we know it'll be a free update alongside the DLC. During the last free update, which introduced Critical Mode, we were able to grab two proofs. One proof is received by finding all the lucky emblems, and one is received by completing Critical Mode. These are called the Proof of Promises and the Proof of Times Past, and both bear a striking resemblance to the Oathkeeper and Oblivion Keyblades. Wings adorn both proofs, with the one looking similar to Oathkeeper having more rounded edges, making it look like angel wings, and the proof that is similar to Oblivion having sharper edges, making it look similar to bat wings or demon wings. At the top of the proofs are also a Paopu fruit and a crown, which are the same as the keychains on Oathkeeper and Oblivion respectively. This makes me think that the proofs will be used in some way to receive the Keyblades. I think it'll be similar to how we received the Starlight Keyblade. If you have the code, you can unlock it as soon as you started the game. Otherwise, you would unlock it after the Union Cross scene in the Keyblade Graveyard. I think if you have these proofs when starting a new game, you will unlock Oathkeeper and Oblivion as soon as you start. Otherwise, you will receive these after you talk with Kairi on the beach before the Keyblade Graveyard, and after you save Riku in the Realm of Darkness. Anyways, that's enough talking about how you'll get these Keyblades. Let's talk about the actual form changes now. The first thing I want to talk about is the command menu of Dark form, and use that as a base to theorize about what the Light form command menu will look like. Dark form's command menu has a crown as well as wings above the words, and chains underline it. I think Light form will be similar, having Kairi's Paopu fruit charm and angelic wings above the words Light form. The thin cord linking the keychain to Oathkeeper could be used to underline the words, and the background could be clouds in front of a bright light. The chains underlining the words in the Dark form logo are also seen in the guard. I don't know if it would work too well, but the thin white cord could maybe wrap around the guard while in Light form. There's also a reprisal called Dark Burst in Dark form, which would probably be Light Burst in Light form. Anyways, what would the combat look like for Dark form? We have seen part of the Light form's aerial combo, which shows elements of both Kairi and Riku's attacks. These two attacks here are the same as Riku's attacks, and these two attacks here are reminiscent of Kairi's. The fact that Light form has elements of Kairi and Riku in its combat, even though Oathkeeper is usually solely linked with Kairi, makes me think that Dark form will use the exact same combo, though the effects will be Riku's rather than Kairi's. We've seen other form changes in Kingdom Hearts 3 that copy each other, so I think this is pretty likely as well for Dark and Light form. Something interesting we saw with the new Remind trailer is that Dark form didn't have a finish command. This pretty much guarantees that we're going to get a second level to this form change. If Dark and Light form are as similar as I think they are, this probably means we will have a second level to Light form as well. The question everyone has been asking though is, what will this second level be? A lot of people are thinking this is going to be a dual-wielding Final Form-esque form change. I think this would be awesome, but I don't think it is likely. I will give a couple points though for why people think that the Final form change is plausible. First off, Sora technically has one heart still inside of him. We saw both Roxas and Ventus leave Sora's heart, but it's not clear whether the last heart inside of Sora left as well. In the lore of Kingdom Hearts, this means that Sora still has the ability to dual wield. Oathkeeper and Oblivion are also iconic in terms of dual wielding. The last point is that many people want this, and Square seemed to be receptive to the community while developing Kingdom Hearts 3. Developers did push out a critical mode, as well as an ability that removed attraction flow. With so many people asking for dual wielding, Square may work in final form as a form change. Roxas will be playable though, which could be Square's way of satisfying that itch to dual wield. A point against this is what happens if you have one Keyblade but haven't unlocked the other one. If the second level is a dual wielding form change, would Sora just pull the Keyblade he doesn't have out of thin air? This counterpoint does hinge though on the idea that you receive them through proofs or after important parts of the game. I think if they're going to add a dual wielding form change, they would make it Blades of Light that Sora uses, or maybe Keyblades you can't actually receive or equip. Anyways, I believe that the second level forms will be separate and not the same dual wielding form change. Dark form would show Sora diving deeper into darkness, and Light form would show Sora diving deeper into light. This is where combat will separate into unique attacks, magic will change to Dark and Light versions of themselves, and Sora's appearance will change. For Dark form, I think Sora will go into a more controlled version of Rage form. Maybe Sora would blend both his Rage form and anti-form attacks into a hybrid combo. I'd love to see more scratching and kicking attacks, so maybe Sora could have the Keyblade floating beside him, and during his scratching attacks, the Keyblade could move by itself and slash at enemies. I think the finisher could be the Dark Aura-esque attack that Sora uses at the the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 against Xehanort. For light form, I think a Wingblade form change, or at least a variation of it, would be a safe choice. Attacks could be updated versions of the attacks from Birth by Sleep, with the Blades of Light Source spawned from the ultimate form being used to attack. The finisher could be an updated version of the attack from Birth by Sleep. Those are my safe choices, but here's my crazy theory for the second levels of both Dark and Light form. The proofs have a wing aesthetic, and the command menu for Dark form also shows wings in the logo. I think it would be so awesome if Sora sprouted wings of light or darkness depending on which form he is in for a second level form change. Maybe the second levels could be called Angel form and Demon form. These wings would be used to attack enemies, and if an enemy is far away, you could shoot out feathers from your wings at the enemy. Guarding would show Sora wrapping himself in the wings and spreading them outwards for the reprisal. The finisher could be a variation of Faith, with Angel form calling down pillars of light, and Demon form calling down pillars of darkness, or even making the pillars shoot up from the ground below enemies. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. What are your thoughts on the second levels of these form changes? I'd love to hear them down in the comments below, on Twitter, or over on my Discord server. I'm pretty active on Twitch, YouTube, Discord, and Twitter, so be sure to follow the links in the description below to stay updated. If you like this, click the cards on screen to watch some of my form change or dry form breakdowns. Subscribe or share this, and I will see you in the next video.